Well, welcome to High School Sports on the Harford Cable Network. I'm Don Morrison. Tonight, my pleasure to be at Havre de Grace High School. It's the Havre de Grace Warriors hosting the girls team from North Harford in a Susquehanna Division girls basketball game. Wendy Fight Edmonds, the first-year coach. Actually, you were there last year, took over about midway of the year. You're building a program in North Harford. Tell me about what's happening there at North Harford.
It's been an exciting year for us. We graduated 11 seniors last year, so it's definitely a rebuilding year. We have 7 sophomores on the varsity team, 3 juniors, and only 2 seniors. So it's a work in progress, but they're a great group of girls that work really hard.
I'm so impressed. I looked at your resume in terms of coaching 3 sports, teaching all day, sponsoring the STARS program, teaching at the middle school level, which is a challenge in itself. How do you do all that? How are you able to manage your time?
Managing my time gets a little tricky, but it's all about the kids. I really thoroughly enjoy all of it. Some days are a little tricky, especially when you have ice and snow and and all that sort of thing, but they totally make it worthwhile, and I like being busy, so it's good.
Well, you certainly are that. You've won 1 game this year, and Edgewood, a tremendous game, 57-51. That had to be an exciting game for you. They're a quality program.
Yes, very, very good team. They have a player, number 24. Her name's escaping me right now. She was amazing, a post player that was really tough to contain her. We tried everything we could think of, and she was just amazing. It was a really great program, and it was fun with the team so young. They never gave up. They stood in there and played the full 32 minutes, and I couldn't have been prouder of them, even in a loss.
Coach, you're taking over a couple of years ago for Lynn James, who is obviously a legend at North Harford. Coached, so many years, won over 300 games. I'm sure she's an inspiration to you because she still shows up at the games.
Well, her granddaughter plays for Harford Tech, so she was there a long time as a health and phys ed teacher. She was also a phys ed teacher there, so. And I taught her granddaughter in school, so every time we play Harford Tech, I get to catch up with her, and obviously to see Kayla is still fun. But yeah, she's quite a legend at North Harford. Mm-hmm.
We were talking about playing in the Chesapeake Division in terms of the teams you had to play early. I mean, that league is probably, arguably, the best league in the entire state. Tough way to break in with a young team.
Yes, it was trying. We talked a lot about it, just going out and trying to do your best. And there were a few games, Patterson Mill and Aberdeen especially. I said, don't even look at the scoreboard. Just focus on the ball and focus on playing defense and try not to get caught up in what the score is. Just play the game and try to have fun and maybe even learn a little along the way.
And now, Coach, you're getting more into the Susquehanna League, teams that you can be competitive with. What are your goals this year?
Obviously, we would like to finish the season with more than 1 win, but we told them the other night they get stressed out very easily, and we're like, ultimately, we want you to have fun and we want you to learn. Trying not to put so much pressure on them because they are so young that sometimes it's not what works with them. So we're trying to be very encouraging, and we're still breaking down a lot of the skills with them. And at halftime, sometimes we crack a few jokes just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. And the third quarter the other day against Edgewood, Edgewood only scored 6 points. And I was so proud of them because we easily could have gone in at halftime and been like, oh my goodness, this is too much. And they came out strong, and we had a fantastic third quarter against a good team. So
great, Coach. Hang with me a second. Good luck tonight, and good luck the rest of the year. I'm going to turn and talk to Andy Lambert. Andy, your first year here at Havre de Grace, a former Army officer working at APG. Why did you decide to take on this very challenging program?
Challenging is not quite the word. This program, we were trying to reinstill the tradition of winning, teach these girls how to compete, and they had a not a very strong team last year, and they came out and they were recruiting and looking for somebody that could instill a little bit of discipline. And so that I know a little bit something about discipline, and so we tried to instill that in this team this year. And we're looking at our goal is just to improve every game, have some fun because it is a game, and we want them to have some fun, enjoy what they're doing. But we want to teach them the basic fundamentals, how to compete, and they all want to win. Everybody's out here trying to win. And we know that we're not going to win every game. Our girls don't compete in basketball year-round. The teams that we've played that, the really good, strong teams like an Aberdeen or a Patterson Mill, those teams, they play year-round, and it makes a difference. None of these players that, even in the NBA, they weren't born as great players. They made themselves into great players, and it's an effort. They put forth the effort. I cannot blame my girls, and you'll watch them tonight. I can't blame their effort. Their effort is there every night, and I'm proud of that. And I want them to keep that. And I see them improving every day. So I'm really proud to stand here and tell you, even though our record is not great, their effort is second to none.
Coach, we talked off air. As Lieutenant Colonel, I thanked you for your service to the country, and you talk about discipline, and certainly that's where you learned it.
Yes, it sure was. And these girls are picking up on it. I don't run my practices, like a drill sergeant, but there are certain things that we instill that they carry over from basketball into their student life. I want them to pay attention in school. Like they learn how to focus when they're here on basketball, focus that same way in the classroom. So
I look at your club. You've had some good games this year. You've won a game, and again, playing North Harford, a very young team. This now, we talked about being in the Susquehanna division, teams that you can compete with and hopefully come away with wins.
Well, we understand North Harford is. I listened to Coach Wendy here, and we have a young team also. We really only have 3 seniors, but we're shorthanded also. We play with sometimes with 7 to 9 players. Yeah. So, but I always say it's an even game, 5 against 5. If I can put 5 on the floor, it's an even game.
And that always is the challenge here at Havre de Grace, the numbers, because of the small student enrollment that you have. Coach, good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the year. Thank you for taking on this challenge. I know you're going to do a great job.
Thank you.
All right. Don't go away. It should be a great ball game. North Harford taking on Havre de Grace, girls basketball Susquehanna division. We'll be right back with the tip-off in just a moment. Welcome into high school sports on the Harford Cable Network. Don Morrison, my partner, Carol Barker. Carol, we were just reminiscing 1957. Now, to you and I, that doesn't seem that long ago. But if you look at it, that's 50 years ago this year, this gymnasium was built. And at the time, it was the showplace of Harford County, and it really has held up well over the years.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, it's also, when it was built, none of us had gyms this big, so it was quite a daunting experience to walk in the first time.
It was really a home court advantage because by the end of the first period, you were so tired from running up and down the court. Just to give you an idea about the gyms, if you are familiar with the circle, the foul circle, that would touch the half-court line at some of the courts we had in Harford County, especially at Aberdeen and North Harford. Edgewood's was a little bigger, Bel Air's a little bigger, but this was like a regulation-sized 94-foot-long court, and it was the first of its kind in Harford County.
Yeah, it was quite an experience to come up here, that's for sure.
Well, speaking of experience, these two teams tonight, teams that would like to have better records, so 1-8 North Harford, 1-6 Havre de Grace. Teams North Harford, which had 11 seniors graduate last year, so they've got like 5-6 sophomores, starting 3 sophomores on their team. Havre de Grace, a team with only 10 players total on their varsity team. Always tough to get numbers at a 1A school.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I have great respect for the coaches at 1A schools because they really do have to sometimes beat the bushes to get kids to come out.
Speaking of respect, look at Wendy Fight Edmonds. This young lady at Harford, at North Harford Middle School, she's a health teacher there, coaches 3 sports. She sponsors the STARS program, Students Taking a Responsible Stand. It's about students learning the lessons of being responsible adults, and teaches a full schedule. It's amazing to me how one person can do all that and still be sane.
Yeah, you're right. I guess we did it. I mean, I coached 3 sports for a while.
Yep.
But I know I remember hating the first month of softball season. Number 1, the weather. And number 2, I was exhausted from field hockey and basketball.
And then on the other side, Andy Lambert, Lieutenant Colonel Andy Lambert, retired, 20 years serving his country, took over this year. He said one of the things he wants to do is introduce discipline into a program. And, of course, as a Lieutenant Colonel, who better to do it?
He knows how to do it, I think.
Yeah, a great guy. Had a chance to talk to him before the ball game, really trying hard to build a program here at Havre de Grace, and he will be successful. The other thing is both these teams have played a lot of Chesapeake Division teams early. They took their lumps, but now they're going into the Susquehanna program, which is a step down, if you will, in competition. I think they're going to win a lot of games this year, both these teams. Heather Crawford, the AD, announcing that this game will be televised, obviously, on the Harford Cable Network. We want to thank her for her hospitality. And Jimmy Reynolds, the principal here at Havre de Grace, tell you about more nostalgia. His Jimmy Reynolds and my son, Darren, played Little League Baseball together in Perryville about 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So very, very happy to be here at Havre de Grace and want to thank everybody for the hospitality. We talked about tonight's game. They're going to be introducing the starting lineups in just a moment. You'll see North Harford, a team, again, we talked about having 3 sophomores in their starting lineup. Havre de Grace has 2 seniors in their starting lineup, but they also have some of their major players are young as well. Well, you're seeing North Harford's team being introduced. Number 20, you see, and that is Cameron Sawyer. Cameron is a sophomore, 5'10". This is Savannah Dieter, actually Allison Bufano is the sophomore, 5'6", number 23. That number 5 is Savannah Dieter, you just saw, another sophomore, 5'6". Number 10 is Lindsay Young, one of the seniors on this team, her 3rd year on the team. And the other starter tonight is number 22, as you see, that's Natalie Byer. Natalie's a senior, 5'10", in her 2nd year. She also writes for the Cry of the Hawk, by the way. She's a journalist, a lady after my own heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Besides being, she's a 3.7 GPA student and plays volleyball and lacrosse, so she's busy as well. Now you're seeing Havre de Grace being introduced. Kayla Sumter, the sophomore, we saw her last year as a freshman. We were impressed with her last year. Michelle Johnson, number 4.
Lexi James just came on.
Yep, that's Lexi, a junior.
Number 10 is Delaney Smith.
She's a senior, 3.5 years in the program. And number 10, Delaney Smith, the senior we just talked about. Now to honor our country, let's all stand and take our hats off if you happen to have one on. Here is our national anthem. All set to get underway, girls basketball. Carol, we always like to talk about the differences between girls basketball and boys basketball. The big difference, I guess, the shot clock, 30-second shot clock. You have to shoot it within 30 seconds.
Right.
The half-court line doesn't really make any difference on getting the ball up. In boys basketball, 10 seconds you get across the midcourt line. In girls basketball, you can take 29 seconds if you'd like. You just have to have the shot up within 30 seconds. Right. Beyond that, I don't think there's any differences.
I don't really think so. I think the girls basketball ball is slightly smaller in circumference.
Good point.
I think so.
I think you're right. Now, I guess the other thing is that they talk about boys basketball being played above the rim, girls basketball below the rim. The reason I really like girls basketball is they have to work much harder to get their shot.
Yeah.
You don't have that kid who can jump out of the gym and get a shot off. You know, you have to actually move the ball around and find an open person.
Right.
Well, we're ready to get underway. Havre de Grace dressed in the white and maroon, going from right to left across your TV screen. The visiting North Harford Hawks in their visiting green and gold uniforms, going from left to right across your screen and taking the ball over. Backcourt is the call. I should have mentioned that. Once you do get it across half court, you can't go backcourt. So the midcourt line does mean something in terms of turning the ball over that way. And we saw that happen right away as Linwood Floyd and Mike Byrne, the two referees doing the job here tonight. Havre de Grace with the ball.
North Harford playing man-to-man. Nice cut.
Good block on the inside. That block was by Cameron Sawyer for North Harford, and the Hawks will take over it off of Havre de Grace.
Looks like Havre de Grace is going to put on full court press.
Yeah. Again, remember, you do not have to get it across in 10 seconds. Picked up her dribble a little soon that time, Carol.
Yeah. Yeah, she's lucky she got somebody to come to her.
Delaney Smith with the defense there, big number 10 for Havre de Grace. 15 seconds. Here's the shot up from the corner. Off the front of the rim, no good. That shot by Allison Bufano. Jump ball, and like boys basketball, it's alternating possession. It will go to Havre de Grace. I like that rule, Carol. The change maybe 15 years ago where instead of slowing the game down by having a jump ball, it's just alternating possession.
Yeah, that was one rule that needed to be changed, really.
I do think the defense should get the advantage. I'm not sure that the offense should ever get the advantage when you get tied up. But that's the way the game is played.
Yeah.
Havre de Grace, no
she had
score.
A shot. Looked like she had a little bit of a shot there if she'd have wanted to take it.
Lexi James. Kel, I do not have a 2 on my program.
For Havre de Grace?
For Havre de Grace, yeah. There's the 30-second clock. First time we've seen that go off. We'll have to check to see who number 2 is for Havre de Grace. We just don't know at this point, but we'll let you know as soon as we're told. Have a sub coming in for North Harford right away. Lindsey Young, the senior on the attack. Looking for the three-point shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. Second three-pointer by Allison Bufano. Both unsuccessful. Almost turning it over. Smith. Back out front it comes to Lexi James. Lexi, a junior first-year player. Lexi running the point, averaging just a little bit under a point a game. There's a breakaway for North Harford. And the Hawks have the first basket of the night. Lindsey Young. 2-0 the score. Both these teams, Carol, have scored low. They're averaging around 25 points a game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but North Harford last game, 57-51 defeat against Edgewood, so they really came out. They really started scoring a lot better in recent weeks. You would expect that with a young team.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice cut, just couldn't put
nice
the ball
cut.
down.
Just couldn't grab onto it.
Allison Bufano, the second-year player, sophomore. Allison 25 for 30 from the free throw line, so do not foul her. 83%.
Wow.
But Havre de Grace defense, are they playing a zone or is it a shifting man-to-man?
They're playing a zone right now, yes.
Nice pass inside. Good job by Sumter to break it up. Kayla Sumter, the sophomore, averaging over 7 points a game, one of the leading scorers on this Havre de Grace team. Back in for North Harford after a brief rest is Natalie Byer. The cross player, she's on the German National Honor Society. Smart play that time by Deshelle Johnson. Rather than risk losing it out of bounds, she just let it go out of bounds and gets it.
Protected it, yeah.
Very well. There's our mystery player, number 2. We're going to figure out which number we don't have.
Yeah.
Take it away. That's Bufano. Bufano running and puts it in. 2 breakaways for North Harford. They lead by 4. Blocking is going to be the call. Looks like it's going to go against Savannah Dieter. Carol, I think Coach Lambert would like to see Havre de Grace pass the ball a little bit more rather than dribble it as much as they've been doing so far. Well, Christina Parker's in the ball game, so I'm going to think that may have been Sydney Collins. We have her listed as number 20. I'd assume that's her at this point who just left the game.
Nice.
That's Sumter.
Oh, nice drive.
Couldn't get it to fall. Little jump shot from inside, rolls around, no good. That was Christina Parker. Rebound comes down to Delaney. And actually to Cameron Sawyer for North Harford. Here come the Hawks leading by 4-0.
Yeah, they're playing a 2-3 zone right now.
A shifting 2-3. Folks talk about the zone, Carol, and some people think it's easier to play than man-to-man. It actually isn't. Losing it out of bounds.
Yeah, you've got to, if you're good at playing zone, you've got to be able to move your feet and really anticipate too. You've got to sort of read the eyes of the passer and
very difficult to rebound. Oh, good. Thank you so much. Thanks. Sydney Collins is number 2 rather than number 20.
Oh, okay.
So she's out of the game right now. Thank you, Lee. Lee Burnham, our ace sound engineer. Here's a breakaway from North Harford.
Breakaway.
Lindsay Young up and good for Lindsay Young. That's her second basket, 4 points. Her team up by 6 as we're halfway through the first period.
Havre Grace has got to get a bucket, get relaxed.
Yeah.
And feel like, they can score.
North Harford overplaying on defense today. The man-to-man defense. There's Sumter driving.
Yeah, that's a foul. Gotta be.
Kayla Sumter, sophomore, last year impressed us in the game we had against, I guess it was against Patterson Mill, that just as a freshman, she was already looking like she had a lot of experience.
A lot of talent.
And there's the first point for Havre Grace.
Now that proves that basket doesn't have a lid on it.
Kayla Sumter averaging over 7 points a game. Makes the second cleaner. She just is so smooth. She's a basketball player, you can tell. Oh, great job by Sumter. Right on schedule. Sumter driving and puts it in.
Beautiful.
Kayla Sumter.
Nice heads-up play.
Outstanding player.
Oh,
Has to be a walk, and it is.
Yeah.
Linwood.
Drug that back foot.
Linwood Floyd says you can't do that.
No, you cannot.
Maybe you can on the asphalt. They'll let you get away with it. But here in the varsity program, no. So now Havre Grace just suddenly is right back in the game. Kayla Sumter putting her team on her back, scoring all 4 points. Nice screen set there by Havre Grace. Inside it goes. Nice pass. The shot bounces around, won't go in. That was Deshelle Johnson who got the shot off. Good passing by Havre Grace that time.
Yeah, did a nice job that time of looking for the open person or trying to find it, get it underneath.
And Deshelle found herself just a little bit too far underneath. Nice moving the ball inside. Well, it looks like it's going to go against Delaney Smith.
Havre Grace sub coming in.
Let's see who that is. Is that number 1 back in the ball game? Lexi, number 2 coming in. That's our Sydney Collins. Rather than number 20, she is number 2. 5 seconds to get it in. They do. Nice play inside. Looking for their good defense. And out of bounds.
Very nice. Very nice
Grace
defense by Havre Grace. They shifted well.
And Carol, you said it exactly right. They shifted to the ball and overplayed the ball.
Yeah.
Here comes the Warriors looking to tie.
You can't throw across the court. I mean, that's just really asking for trouble. So Havre Grace did a good job of shutting that down.
Looks like North Harford has gone to a shifting, maybe 1-2-2 zone defense.
Travel.
Traveling is the call.
On number 11, Christina Parker.
Here come the Hawks now, coming up on the 2-minute mark left here in the first period. They've led all the way. Led 6-0. Now it's 6-4. Good ball movement. Good job by Sumter. She's long. She's got those long arms. Maybe let's say she's 5'9" or so, but she plays like a 6-footer.
Yeah.
Those long arms. She gets in the passing lane. Great job knocking away. North Harford will retain possession, though. That's got to be backcourt, and it is. Natalie Byer looks at Lindsay Young and says, we can't do that.
Yeah. Why'd you give that ball to me?
Here are the Warriors with another chance to tie. Collins. That's the shuffle,
yeah. I thought she shuffled her foot.
You know, it's the thing that you get away with on JV, or you get away with until you get on the varsity level. You learn you got to put the ball down first before you shuffle those feet.
Yeah.
North Harford moving the ball quickly. From the corner, looking for 3, can't get it. That's a weird rebound. I say weird because Cameron Sawyer had been knocked down or fell down, actually got the rebound while she was seated.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could be an outstanding rebounder if we'll let you sit and rebound.
Sit and rebound, yeah.
You mean you have
Me
to
too.
jump? Golly.
Yeah.
Here's another chance
Don't think
for...
she meant to do that.
No. Another chance for Havre de Grace to tie.
Yeah.
Pass the ball. Don't dribble it. I'm coaching now for
Yeah.
Andy Lambert. There's an
a
open shot. Collins with the shot. Puts it in.
Yeah.
Sydney Collins. We have a tie game now. 6-6 with 1:17 and counting left in the first. Good pass, good cut, good shot. Doesn't go in. It was Lindsey Young with the shot. Here comes Collins. Stops, pops, puts it.
Oh.
No, off the backboard.
Thought she might have gotten a roll on that one.
The bank was not open. Guess it's too late for the bank here in Havre de Grace tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Here come the Hawks looking to take that lead. Passes up the shot. Inside. Traveling is the call. Natalie Byer didn't put the ball down and got called for the travel. Natalie, a senior, 5'10", second year on the team. 3.7 GPA student.
Coach Lambert's really into it. I've been watching him.
Yeah. Yeah, he loves the game.
Yeah.
He played and coached at Fort Bliss and all around the country when he was 20 years in the military. Retired as a lieutenant colonel and came here to Aberdeen Proving Ground. Sumter cut off. Teps on the out of bounds line. Good job by North Harford to cut off that passing lane. 25 seconds left in this first period. Breaking the press.
Nice
Good pass off. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. That's Sumter. 12 seconds left. 1 on 3. Sumter's going to take it all the way. Puts it up, won't go in.
Oh, wow.
7 seconds. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Good if it goes. It's going to be off the back of the rim, no good. That's good if it goes. No foul called. And so we'll end this first period at 6-6. Get a lot of action in that period.
Yes, there was. Yes, there was. They're up and down the court quite well.
North Harford took the lead 6-0. Kayla Sumter brought her team back with 2 free throws and then a basket. And then the tying one was by Sydney Collins. So that's where we are, 6-6 after a period. These two teams, Carol, you and I both know we've coached teams that are veteran teams and teams that really don't have a lot of experience. And, you know, it's a lot of fun coaching a team without experience because you see them grow, but it's very challenging.
Yeah, that's why I always like to coach the JV because I just felt like I could see improvement, and they were more willing to do it. You know, sometimes the varsity girls have bad habits and they don't want to listen. And occasionally, I was fortunate to have some really good gals playing for me.
You were able to communicate with them. The thing about North Harford, if you look at their team, almost every player plays at least one other sport. Many of them playing 2 other sports, so they can't concentrate on basketball. For Havre de Grace, most of these girls, talking to Coach Lambert, on the JV especially, have never picked up a basketball.
Yeah.
So they're learning on the job, if you will. So North Harford will have the basketball. Natalie Byer to trigger it in. Byer on the homecoming court as well. Looks like that foul may be going against Delaney Smith. It is. For Delaney, that's her second foul.
Reaching around.
Byer looking for the 3 now from the outside off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound is Sumter. It was Savannah Dieter with the 3-point attempt.
She's a nice ball player.
She is so smooth. We're talking about Sumter, number 15 for Havre de Grace, with the basketball. Very unselfish too, as you can see. Driving, she's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line. Shooting 2.
A nice move.
Now looks like it was, on 21 for North Harford. And that's Autumn Sousa in the ball game. Autumn, another one of the sophomores. It looks like we have 6 sophomores on the North Harford team.
Kyla Mangin came in for number 5, Savannah Dietrich, just then.
Kayla Jr. makes the second one. So for the first time, the Warriors, the home team, have taken the lead. And now it's Sumter taking the ball away. 3-on-1, gets rid of it. Havre de Grace has the advantage. Driving, shot no good, ball out of bounds. In the ball game for Havre de Grace, that's Deshelle Johnson who had the shot. Also, Shaniqua Oliver, number 13, got in the ball game there for Havre de Grace, as did Caroline Cipher, number 14. Cipher with the basketball. Double team, Delaney Smith.
Havre de Grace has got to be a little bit, what I want to say, they keep looking for Sumter, and they've got to look elsewhere because North Harford's got a key on that, I'm sure.
Good job by Byer. Took away the passing lane and stole the basketball. Here come the Hawks with a chance to take the lead again. Minute gone in the second period. Byer driving, Smith on her. Gets the ball back outside. That's Kayla Mangin.
Nice pass inside.
Good move with the basketball. No good. Byer looking for the rebound. Tied up. Alternating possession will go to Havre de Grace. Autumn Sousa, number 21 for North Harford, had a couple of opportunities. Couldn't get the ball to fall. Sumter, good passing. Johnson with the basketball. I like how Sumter passes and then cuts to the basket. Johnson looking for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Smith with the rebound, partially blocked, couldn't get it to fall.
Couldn't
good
get
rebound.
It down.
The rebound was by Sousa.
That was good work by the Havre Grace offense, though. They worked the ball around.
Sure did. Got a couple of good shot opportunities. Give and go. Oh, Sumter with the block. Reception, score. That's by Sousa, her first 2 of the night. North Harford back on top at 8-7. Smith comes up with a loose ball. It's going to stay here at Havre de Grace. They're going to say that North Harford tipped the ball.
Well, that's a break. That's a break for the Warriors.
Coach Fight Edmonds said that was a phantom tip. Nobody tipped that ball. But you know what? There's only one opinion that counts, Carol.
Yep,
that's
right.
The man with the striped shirt. Sumter inside to Smith. Good job by Byers to cut off. Sumter with the shot at the back of the rim, no good. That's Byer who comes away with the basketball. Here comes North Harford. 5:40 and counting left in the half. A deep 3 off the back of the rim, no good. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson, a breakaway. Up, no good. Rebound, Sumter. Sumter, reverse layup. Oh,
nice
my
follow.
goodness.
Nice follow.
Wow. I don't think I've seen that shot made this year. Try that sometime. Go out to your backyard and try to shoot the ball with people clawing at it backwards over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Phew.
Not easy.
Not at all. She now has 7 points, does Kayla Sumter. Her team has 9 and leads by 1. That's her average. Here's the replay you'll see. That's Johnson taking it to the rim. Young defensively. Watch Sumter here put the ball up behind her back, over her shoulder. Woo! Nice job, Mark Service, our director in the truck. I guess it's actually a van. They always say it's in the truck. It's really a van.
Van.
It's a very nice van. Yes, it is. It's a very nice van. Lee is a very high standard.
I've never been in it.
Oh, you should go. I'll give you a tour. I don't know what it is. I just know there's a lot of switches and stuff in there. There you see the coaches for Havre de Grace, Andy Lambert and Robert Smith, I should say, the other gentleman who was coaching there, Robert in the dark shirt. There you see North Harford's bench. Hawks down by a point. Got a breakaway and taking an extra step.
And she traveled, yeah.
Yeah. See,
Shame.
that's a sophomore mistake, Autumn Souza.
An experienced mistake.
Yep. Did everything except put the ball on the floor.
Yep.
In the NBA, you can take 3 steps.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's Collins. If she makes it, she says, if Sumter can do it, I can do it.
Right.
It doesn't go in.
I'm not sure that Coach Lambert wanted her to take that shot.
I know. Unless it went in.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh, yeah, that's a good shot.
As a coach, it's the one you say, no, 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 yes. Nice job of Delaney Smith.
Yeah.
Let's see what the call is going to be. A foul.
Maybe on 10, I think.
If that's on Delaney, that is her 3rd.
Oh.
Yeah, that's on Delaney Smith. Her 3rd. Smith has to be careful. That could be 4.
I know he doesn't want her out.
And that's going to be 4 fouls on Delaney Smith with 4:34 left here in the half.
Wow.
Wow.
He's going to have to take her out, I think.
And of course, when you have a team with just 10 players.
Well, now that says the foul was on 15.
Okay, they gave it to Sumter. So take away the 4th foul. Free throw good by Allison Buffano. Smith will sit down with those 3 fouls. Christina Parker in to replace her. I think Coach Lambert said, we better get you out of here. You almost picked up that 4th foul.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you got to protect her for the second half. Have to. She's a good ball player.
Well, I jinxed Allison Buffano. I said she was 25 of 30. She missed 1 of 2 there. Sumter loses it out of bounds. They're going to say off Sumter
off
to North Harford. We're tied at 9, as you can see. Just about halfway through the second period here at Havre de Grace. Home of the Warriors. State runners-up in football this year, losing to Fort Hill again, Carol.
Yeah.
Traveling is the call. I was talking to Brian Eberhardt, the football coach, and he said, somehow we've got to get Fort Hill out of Class 1A.
Yeah.
They lost to them last year in 15, and then they lost to them again this year in 16.
Yeah.
Brian was telling me, ironically, his wife is from Fort Hill.
Oh.
So he said it's a little bit of a trouble. Oh, nice defensive play. Keeping the ball, putting it up off the front of the rim, no good. That was Collins.
11.
Check with Christina Parker. Foul is going to be against Havre de Grace's Christina Parker.
Yeah. It's her 1st.
And the team's 5th. Neither team in the bonus just yet. About halfway through the second period. Looking for the 3-pointer. Off the front of the rim, no good. Boy, big rebound by Byer. Inside it goes. Ball just will not fall. Sumter with the rebound, but out of bounds it goes. But Kayla Mangian, number 3 for North Harford. That ball looked like it was good all the way. It just hit off the front of the rim.
Yeah, Lexi James made a nice try to get that ball. What went out of bounds. Ooh.
Little short jumper, no good off the side of the rim. Blocked. Blocked under the basket. Battling for it. Byer comes away with it, puts it up, and good. Natalie Byer gets her first 2 of the night. Puts her team ahead by 2 at 11-9. Byer averaging just a point and a half a game. She's a rebounder. Sumter. Now Lexi James. Christina Parker. Shot clock coming down to 4, 3. They've got to put it up. 2, 1.
Yeah.
And it's a shot clock violation.
That's the seniors on the squad. They've got to be aware of that.
Yep. I finally found a boys coach who said that he likes not having the clock for boys. John Stefanidis for C. Milton Wright said he doesn't mind not having the shot clock. That pass got through everybody, and
nice
Byer
cut.
ended up with it. I didn't really understand Coach Stefanidis' definition or his explanation why he liked not having a 30-second clock, but he said, yeah, he likes it that way. I don't know. I see no reason. You and I have discussed it at length. Meyer misses the first one. Boys high school basketball, the only level of basketball that doesn't have a shot clock. Girls in high school, girls in college, boys in college, men in the pros, women in the pros, but high school boys do not have a shot clock.
Wow. That makes sense, doesn't it?
It does not. It does not. You know, somebody would say, well, hey, it would cost to put the shot clock in, but the shot clock already exists.
It's already here.
For the girls.
Exactly.
I saw a game, go back to 1975, and Lee looks at me like, 1975? I wasn't born in 1975? Smart Alec. He was -1. It was Dudley Bradley's last game at Edgewood High School. Went on to North Carolina, drafted first in the NBA by the Indiana Pacers. And Catonsville came up to play that regional game, and they stalled the ball. The final score of that game was 18-12. People had come for miles and miles to see Dudley Bradley play his last game at home as an Edgewood Ram. And all it was they stood there and held the ball.
Yeah.
It was awful.
That's Dean Smith.
Beyer with the basket.
Dean Smith's four corners offense.
Yeah. That's what, again, brought in the clock in men's basketball in college. Nice takeaway by North Harford.
Yeah.
Sumter with the block. Rebound, Beyer puts it up, no good. Rebound by one of the shortest players on the floor, Christina Parker.
Sometimes rebounding is about position.
Yep. 12-9. Yeah, and aggressiveness. Who wants it the most?
Right. Yeah.
2 minutes, 10 seconds left here in this first half.
Havre Grace needs a basket right now. Get their confidence back up.
Sumter driving the baseline. There's that reverse layup. This time it doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. Tied up. Lexi James recovers. That's Caroline Cipher, number 14 in the ball game for Havre Grace. Driving.
Nice drive.
And it goes in.
Nice job.
Good job by Christina Parker. Her first two of the night. Brings her team back within one at 12-11. Sumter, interception. Great play by
nice
Sumter.
Play. What a nice heads-up play.
Here's a shot by Cipher. Won't fall. There's that little girl again, Christina Parker. I mean, little. She's maybe 5'3", 5'4".
Yeah.
Going up
Looks
among
like she might have got an elbow in the tummy.
Tough young lady. Looks like Sydney Collins will be coming in. Official saying, yeah, come on in. And it looks like, yeah, you picked it up, Carol. Christina Parker going to go out. Looks like she did take a shot to the...
Yeah, it looked like she got a little elbow in the tum-tum.
Beyer breaking that press. Good job by the Hawks.
Yes, indeed.
2-on-1. Good play. Let's see if they can convert. No. Rebound and still no good. Coming away with it. Looking for the three. It's going to be, off the front of the rim. And the foul will be called against Beyer.
Yeah.
Again, you can see the youth on North Harford. The fact that maybe next year they'll be making these plays that they're just not converting now.
Yeah.
Looks like that's the 17th foul against North Harford, meaning that the Warriors will be shooting 1-1. A foul against Natalie Beyer, her first. Lexi James shooting 1-1. Misses it. Well, Sumter is so quick.
Yeah, she is.
Gets inside, didn't corral the basketball. Carol, I heard somebody talking about the other day, 3 to make 2. Do you remember that in the NBA? Where you got 3 shots to make 2 on the free throw line?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how it worked, but I do remember the phrase. I do remember it being in vogue.
it had a lot of the big guys who couldn't shoot free throws very well. You go to the line, you have to shoot 3 times to make 2. If you miss the first, you get 2 more. If you make the first 2, of course, you didn't get the third one. That was a dumb rule.
Yeah, it really was.
Thank goodness they got rid of that. Shooting the free throws now is Allison Bufano. Allison, the 5'6" sophomore. Misses the 1-and-1. Rebound Byer. And basket Byer. Byer now has
40
5.
seconds left in the half. Havre needs to get a bucket.
North Harford leading by 3 at 14-11. Pass the ball. Coach Lambert is yelling, pass the ball. Yeah. And a 5-second call. And again, that's similar to boys basketball. Exactly the same. If you're closely guarded for 5 seconds, the ball gets turned over.
Who was that got called on? Lexi?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. North Harford foul is going to be called. 1-and-1.
She's a junior. I'm not sure how many years she's played, but she needs to know.
Yeah.
You can't dribble like that.
Yeah, again, you get away with it on the playground and in real basketball. Autumn Souza now shooting 1-and-1. Rolls it in.
Nice roll.
That foul was on Sydney Collins. Collins' second foul.
Ooh, rimmed it.
Did everything but go down.
Yeah, it sure did.
Rebound by Caroline Cipher. Cipher gets it back to Johnson. Johnson puts it up from 3. Byer chasing it down. And great sportsmanship there by Caroline Byer, helping Deshelle Johnson, who went into the stands. Reminds me of Derek Jeter in the playoffs some years ago, going into the stands. 5.5 seconds left in the half. North Harford with a 4-point lead. Can you get a shot off? Got to put it up. 1 second. It's good if it goes, and it does not go.
It does not go.
15-11 is the score here at the half. Carol, what do you see so far?
Well, obviously, two very young squads, doing their very best. They're hustling. Neither one has a lot of height on it, on their team.
Yep.
So rebounds underneath the basket are really a mad scramble.
It is. And the great thing about our UCBAC League is now that the preliminaries are over, these teams are going to be playing each other in the Susquehanna division much more regularly, so they're playing teams of their caliber. We'll take a break. We'll come back with second half action. 15-11, you see the visiting North Harford Hawks are leading by 4. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, thank you, Lee. We are back here at Havre Grace High School. As you see, the home of the Warriors, the 1957 vintage gymnasium. Carol, you and I have just been marveling. We go back 50 years. It's 50 years this year that this thing was built, and we played as Edgewood High School players when this was brand new. Yeah. And it still looks brand new.
The only thing I think they did was redo the bleachers, and that they look very nice.
Yeah.
Because those bleachers, when I was here helping Heather coach girls basketball, they were they were not a real nice sight to see.
Put you this way, they were wooden, and so if you scooted across you ended up having splinters in some place you didn't want to have splinters.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyhow, it's been an entertaining first half, a very low-scoring first half. As you can see, 15-11 is our score at the half. The Hawks are just getting back onto the floor with about 40 seconds left before we begin. Havre Grace has been out shooting around for about 5 minutes. I'm not sure. Maybe Coach Fight Edmonds had something to say to her team in the locker room. This is a game that I'm sure both teams feel they should win, Carol, or have a very good chance of winning.
I think so, yeah.
Especially for Havre Grace at home. You certainly want to, defend your home territory.
Yeah.
It's a Susquehanna division game. These teams are both 1-3 in the Susquehanna division, so a win here obviously puts them close to 500. You lose, and then it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, no, I think they're both expecting to win. That's for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 16 minutes.
It is anybody's ball game.
Yeah, it sure is.
Since there's only two teams, it's really either the two teams have a chance. I don't think they'll win in a tie. I believe they will have an overtime. We can always root for that. Harford Cable Network guys, they sit home at night just fingers crossed for overtime. They love it. Well, here we go. North Harford on the attack, going from right to left now in the green, the visiting team.
Havre Grace playing a matchup zone, sort of.
See what kind of adjustments have been made. Byer forgot again to put the ball down.
Traveling, yeah.
The 5'10" senior plays lacrosse, plays soccer in the German National Honor Society. And again, she put the ball between the legs.
They're being creative, that's for sure.
Savannah Dieter had her played well defensively. She just put the ball down. They say Johnson loses it out of bounds. That was a good defensive play by number 10, Lindsey Young.
And we have full court pressure for Havre Grace.
Warriors probably have the speed advantage, and I think they want to speed up the Hawks if they can. Hawks a good job breaking the press, and now they turn it over. Sumter has it taken away, and the foul is going to be called. Coming in across the face was Cameron Sawyer with the foul. Sawyer's first of the night, I believe. Check it, no, it is her third of the night.
Third one.
3 fouls on Sawyer. 3 fouls on Delaney Smith of Havre Grace. Remember, she picked up 3 with half the second period remaining. Thought she picked up a 4th one. They instead gave it to Sumter. There's Smith with the basketball. I know you as a coach, Carol, are saying do not pick up your dribble.
And don't get caught on the baseline or sideline. Stay out of those areas. That's another defender.
North Harford a nice job overplaying. Havre Grace has to get the ball inside. Smith will sit down and nope, she's back on the court. Now we're ready to go. Byer will trigger it in. That's Lindsey Young. Lindsey, a 5.6 points per game, 4.0 GPA, plays tennis. He's in the drum line of the band. Shooting the 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Out of bounds it goes. Byer tries to save it. Can you imagine that? I mean, playing 3 sports and then the drum line also. And maintaining a 3.7 GPA or whatever it is. 4.0 GPA. Sorry, Lindsay, didn't mean to. That's Collins driving. Won't fall. Rebound to James. Blocked from behind. There's Sumter across the court. She's got 9 points, leading all scorers. She has 7 before at the half.
Nice defense. Number 10 played that very well.
That's Smith, Delaney Smith, the defender. Byer, inside it goes, and there's the 4th one.
Yeah, that's not good.
Delaney Smith picks up her 4th from behind. Yeah, in a timeout, it looks like Coach Lambert was looking for a timeout. Smith just cannot pick up that 5th one here. Air ball out of bounds it goes, and timeout is being requested by Coach Andy Lambert.
Yeah, Havre Grace timeout.
Trying to get Delaney Smith out of the ballgame. So at 5:45 of the 3rd period, Smith has picked up her 4th foul. Delaney Smith, one of the seniors on this team, 3.5 years, a starter on the team. A 3.6 GPA student is Delaney Smith. So you know that Coach Lambert cannot afford to lose her. There you see Coach Lambert making contact with his players. Lieutenant Colonel, I mean, sure, in his career, I'm sure he's had a few, shall we say, second lieutenants that he's told them the what for. Here you see one of our 2 referees, that's Mike Byrne. Linwood Floyd, the other official, doing a great job. Collins comes back to take the inbounds play, and now Havre Grace with a chance to tie down by 2. They trail by 4 at the half.
Oh, nice cut. Nice look.
Smith dribbles it once, picks it up. Collins with the basketball. Now Sumter driving the baseline, cut off. It looks like Byers going to be charged with that blocking foul.
And I can't believe they left number 10 is still in the game.
Yeah,
for Havre Grace for
maybe
4 fouls.
Coach Lambert has said, look, you are a senior, you know what you have to do. See how the strategy works out.
Well, on the line.
Yep.
She didn't get on the court.
Caroline Cipher, as you said, had 1 foot still out of bounds as she touched the basketball. Good defensive job by Havre Grace. North Harford will still have the ball. Johnson goes down. Pass. Shot. Good.
Pretty.
It was a great pass from Sawyer to Lindsey Young, who converts. Young has 6. Her team back up by 4. That was a great pass, Carol. Good job by Lindsey Sawyer, or Lindsey Young, I should say. Lindsey only 5'2", again proving that it's nice to be tall in basketball, but it's not the end all. Smith, Sumter, jump shot, no good. Rebound comes off into Savannah Dieter's hands. Left-handed layup, no good. Byer with the shot. Rebound is taken away by Deshelle Johnson. Remember Muggsy Bogues, Carol?
Yeah.
Played,
yes, I do.
Played for what? Wake Forest? There's the travel.
Yeah, I think so.
Was it Wake Forest or one of the ACC teams? And went on to the pros. He was 5'7". Remember Spud Webb, who was 5'7", who could dunk the ball.
Yeah.
Shot no good. Oh, good play by Johnson.
Yeah.
To intercept.
Nice play. Nice way to hold her position, too.
17.
She didn't call for travel.
Let's see what that call is. Foul is going to go against Havre Grace. I think it's against... Let's see, are they saying against Sumter? Nope, against Cipher. Yeah, Cipher is the one they called. Neither team in foul difficulties now, except of course for Smith.
Well, that was a silly foul.
In the ball game for North Harford, it's number 3, Kayla Manchin. Sitting down is Savannah Dieter. Looking for 3, no good, off the front of the rim. Good interception, that's Lindsey Young again. Somehow Byer ends up with the basketball. Over the back, Byer is going to be called. Well, suddenly now the fouls are beginning to pile up as Byer picks up her 3rd. Sawyer with 3 also. Oh, great play. That's by Cameron Sawyer. She knocked the ball off the offensive player, Havre Grace. It goes out of bounds, and so North Harford gets the basketball.
Yeah. Very heads-up play.
3:40 and counting left in the 3rd period. Good movement. Open for the shot. Off the back of the rim, no good. Byers up, still no good. Byers
Number
again
10,
with a
be
rebound.
Careful.
Delaney Smith with those 4 fouls. Alternating possession will go to Havre Grace.
She could have been called for a foul there.
Well, you're right. This gamble by Andy Lambert, the coach, to keep number 10 Delaney Smith in the ballgame with 4 fouls. We're still about halfway through the 3rd period.
Yeah. It's a gutsy play.
It is.
Makes a nice cut up from the baseline.
Picking up the dribble.
Yeah.
A no-no.
Nice.
Gets the ball back, up and good.
Nice.
Good give and go.
Nice give and go. Yes, indeed.
Christina Parker with the basket. Michelle Johnson with the pass. Sumter. Byers on her, and Byers does a great job. Got her hand in there and knocked the ball away. Sumter was going in for, it looked like an uncontested layup.
Yeah.
Natalie Byers came in and knocked the ball away. That could have been the tie game there for Havre de Grace. Sumter running one-hander. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to go against North Harford, Cameron Sawyer. If so, that's Sawyer's 4th foul, and it is.
Yep.
So Sumter will go to the line shooting 2. Misses the first. Boy, Sawyer got belted that time, got a knee in the solar plexus, and still got called for the foul.
Yeah. Doesn't seem quite fair, does it?
That's insult to injury right there. She goes out of the game momentarily. Autumn Souza, sophomore, 5'7", first-year player for North Harford in the game. 1 out of 2 for Sumter. She's now got 10. Nice job dribbling through the press, Young.
Pretty.
And the conversion.
Pretty look.
Young
Nice
to
pass.
Souza.
That was really a nice pass, looking to find her teammate cutting to the basket.
Lindsay, one of the seniors on this team, has been on the team for 3 years. Offensive foul is the call, and that's a good call. Christina Parker put her head down, went right into the Hawk defender. For Parker, they have her with 4 on the board. And now she's the second player for Havre de Grace with 4 fouls, along with Delaney Smith. Well, great job by Michelle Johnson. Johnson, the breakaway, puts it up, and it will not fall. Sumter got the rebound, couldn't get it to fall. Johnson, from the rim, no good.
Here.
Rebound is to Allison Buffano.
Got to make those baskets. You don't get those open shots very often.
Byer gives it up. Mid-range jumper, no good. Byer with the rebound and gets the basket. Boy, Byer has really done a great job on the boards tonight. We don't have official stats, but she must be in double figures by now. Has 7 points. Her team with their biggest lead at 5. That's the biggest lead of the night. Actually, I guess they led 6-0 in the first period. Tie up.
North Harford gets the ball.
Yep, the Hawks get the ball. 1:20 left in the third. Danger time for Havre de Grace right now with a 5-point deficit.
Yeah, they can't allow them to get any more ahead.
Really impressed.
They've got to cut into that lead.
Carol, I know you as a coach. Lindsay Young has just done it all for North Harford. Number 10, the little point guard. Delaney Smith over the back. Gets away with it. And taken away. That's Manchin. Manchin somehow gets the shot up. Won't fall. And the conversion by that little lady, Lindsay Young. I say little lady, she's 5'2".
That's a good timeout by the Havre de Grace coach. He needs to get his girls back focused.
51 seconds left in the third period, down now by 7 at 23-16. Lindsay Young, a young lady averaging 5.5 points a game, 1.4 assists, 2.2 steals. You're going to see a replay, and you'll watch how this play is converted. That's Manchin who comes up with the basketball. Puts it up. Watch this shot. She doesn't even come down. She shot it while she was still in the air.
While she was still in the air.
That takes a great deal of skill. Good job, Mark, again on the replay. Yeah, this Lindsay Young, talking about her, she's again on the drum line.
She's a senior,
tennis.
huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
4.0 GPA. See, I don't think that's so good, 4.0. Carol, I was a 4.0 student myself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 1.0 in freshman, 1.0 as a sophomore. Come on, Carol, add it up. I was a
4.0. Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't think
that doesn't count.
The colleges won't count it, but help yourself.
I was rather proud of that D average I maintained. Just kidding. Mr. Joe Brown, my advanced comp teacher, I mentioned to him that of all his advanced comp students, which one did he think would end up being a professional writer? I don't think it would have been me. What a great teacher Joe Brown was.
Yeah, I never had Mr. Brown. I had Mr. Culver.
Another
he was a terrific
great teacher. Delaney Smith putting it up as we reminisce about our days at Edgewood High School. Here she comes, Lindsay Young. Great pass, Young. Oh, Sumter comes down on top of Kayla Manchin. No intent on that foul, but that was a hard foul. Kayla Manchin, the junior, second year on the team. 28 seconds, 28 and a half seconds left. 2 shots. Misses the first. Kayla plays basketball and tennis, the 3.5 GPA student. She's in the Best Buddies program at North Harford. Michelle Johnson.
Oh, nice pass.
Smith. Oh, she forgot to put the ball down again. Delaney's done that a couple of times tonight. Just you forget you have to take one step.
Too excited.
Yep. Best Buddies program, by the way, Carol, you probably know they team up a regular ed student with a special ed student.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great program.
And the special ed student has a friend who, looks out for him or her.
Nice cut.
Great cut. Good basket. That by Allison Bufano. Now it looks like North Harford is pulling away. They're up by 9 points with 3 seconds left. 2 seconds, 1. And that's the end of the third period as North Harford has asserted itself here in this third period.
Yeah. Third period was definitely not Havre Grace's. Definitely not Havre Grace.
Yeah, they went into this period down by 4. Now they're down by 9. For Havre Grace, it looks like, Sumter in double figures at 10, but she's the only player on this team that has a considerable number of points. 2 for Sydney Collins, and 4 for Christina Parker, 10 for Kayla Sumter. Meantime, for North Harford, Lindsay Young has 8, 7 for Natalie Byer, and 5 for Allison Bufano.
The thing that impresses me about Sumter from Havre Grace is she's played pretty much I think the whole game, and she still I think only has 2 fouls. So she's playing, and they're looking for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's under the basket.
Number 15 for Havre Grace we're talking about.
She's a nice ball player.
Because she just has that long, angular type body that, as a basketball player, she can maximize her height. She's probably about 5'9" or so, but she plays much more like a 6-footer. There's Linwood Floyd, one of the great referees here in the county. Saw Linwood on the way in tonight. He had on his bow tie.
Yeah, very nappily dressed.
Nattily dressed. Now, I haven't heard that expression for a while. That's a good one. I think today we might call it sharp.
Probably.
Yeah. Or some other thing. Lee would know. When you're dressed very sharply, what is it called now? You are... Lee's thinking about it.
Everything I can think of is on.
Yeah.
See, Lee looks like he's about, what would you say, Carol, 25? He's like Dick Clark. Remember Dick Clark?
Yep,
he looked like he was like 25 when he was 80.
Yep, exactly.
Delaney Smith with the ball. I think Lee told me last year that he's 40. Would you believe that? Huh? Eternally young. Sumter driving. Just a nose for the basketball.
Yep. And for the basket. She knows where that basket is.
And keep reminding everyone that she is just a sophomore. So, as she gets, let's say, a little more strength and experience. Sumter has 11. Team back within 8. and makes the low. She has 12. Her season's average is just a little over 7. Young with the pass. Beyer. Now Bufano. Beyer thinks about the 3. Now Lindsey Young.
Oh, a nice play.
That was a nice job by James. Sumter
A little bit long.
tried to corral it with one hand. James right on the spot. I should say Young. Lindsey Young. There's Sumter again. Foul is going to be called.
Number 3.
Yep, Kayla Manchin. I think that's a 6-team foul. So, no, actually it's the 8th team foul against North Harford.
Yeah.
So Sumter will be shooting 1 and 1. These points are critical. Makes the first.
She's the one you want to put on the line.
6:45 left in the game. She can make this off the front of the rim, no good. Sumter trying for the steal, can't get it. Again, no 10-second violation to get it across. Young does so. What a great pass. Beyer with the shot and makes it.
Wow.
Wow. What a good play. Beyer now has 9. Another assist for Lindsey Young. Partial to point guards. That's the position I had the pleasure of playing. Not so well, but
Didn't quite get the angle she needed.
a point guard, Carol, as you know, as a coach, is the quarterback of the team, and
Absolutely.
he can make everybody else look. He or she can make everybody else look good, or he can be a fly in the ointment, if you will.
Yeah.
Lindsey Young has been the glue that's held this team together. Sumter driving, the layup for Sumter.
Beautiful.
She now has.
I put the ball in her hands every time I could. There you go.
She intercepted again. Double team. And it will go over to North Harford. And again, as she gets more experience, she'll learn not to get herself in that pickle with 2 defenders. And Carol, you said it very well. And the sideline acting as a 3rd defender.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't let them box you in like that.
Back within 6 now. Beyer looking for the shot. Sumter. A nice rebound by Sousa. Out front it comes to Young. Young is going to shoot that long NBA 3. Out of bounds it goes. Beyer trying to save it, but was on the line. That may have been just a little bit long. You think that 3?
Just a tad.
Yeah.
A little out of her range.
Unless it went in, and then it was fine. Timeout is the call. 27-21. It's a 6-point game. We have 5:21 left in the game.
Yep.
Kayla Sumter now has, 15 points. She's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 free throws out of 9 attempts for her 15 points. About double her season's average.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, neither of these teams have scored a lot. I think Havre de Grace is at 21 points per game, 22 points a game for North Harford. Again, that's a little deceiving because they played the Chesapeake Division team, so their scores have been, very low. There you see Coach Andy Lambert, former Lieutenant Colonel. I thanked him for his 20 years of service to our country, and now he's continuing to serve by coming over here and helping to build this Havre de Grace program.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I think with Havre de Grace is they need some continuity. Your coach has to stay for a while, and the kids need to know that you're going to stay.
Yep, very good point, Carol.
And then you can, start to really get to know your kids, get to know their family.
Especially when you're coming from the outside where you don't teach all day long.
Exactly, yeah.
It's doubly difficult. But Andy Lambert has no trouble getting the discipline, having commanded troops all of his life. Out of bounds it goes. The clock stopped with 5:07 left in the game. Havre de Grace has it with a 6-point deficit. Sumter has the basketball. Driving, little scoop shot, doesn't fall. Beyer comes away with it. How many rebounds does she have? Wow.
She's about the only height out there.
Good pass. Young can't get it to fall. Reversing that time, it was Beyer hitting Young on the drive. Foul's going to be called against North Harford.
Number 3, I think.
Let's see who they say that was on. Yeah, it's on the number 3, and that is Kayla Manchin's third. And that'll send Christina Parker to the line. She's got 4 points, a very critical 1 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Down now by just 6. They were down 9 just a couple of moments ago. Can't get that one to fall. Tough one. Nice rebound by
Too
Sousa.
strong.
Lindsey Young. Lindsey is one of the few seniors on this team, and if you're a sophomore-laden team, but you're one of the seniors, it's easy to say we're building for the future, but the future is now if you're the senior.
Yeah.
Her leadership has been very key to this team. Great pass. Let's see what the call is.
They have number 11 with 5 fouls. I don't know who that is. Oh.
Yeah, for Havre de Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Christina Parker.
Christina Parker.
That's what they have on the scoreboard. Let's see.
I don't know if the scorebook has it, but.
Some discussion. Linwood Floyd says, you get 5 fouls and you're out of the game.
Bye-bye.
Years ago, John Thompson for Georgetown tried to convince the college basketball to go to 6 fouls.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Christina Parker is now excused from the game with her 5th foul.
Yeah, sweetie pie.
Yeah,
she's upset.
You can tell. Allison Buffano now to shoot 1 and 1. Actually 2 because they now have in the double bonus. This is the first. Allison Buffano, just a sophomore. Misses. Smith comes away with the rebound. Gives it up to Sydney Collins, and here comes Collins. Young on her.
Watch that elbow, Sydney.
Sumter driving and making the shot.
Beautiful.
Wow, Kayla Sumter. Young with the save. Smith has to be careful. She's got the 4 fouls. And I think that's going to be, well, let's not assume, but it looks like they're calling it on Smith.
Yeah.
They have 6 fouls on Smith on the board. Now they change it to 5. And so the second of the Havre de Grace Warriors to go out with 5 fouls, Delaney Smith goes out. Now she's lasted a long time with those 4 fouls.
She did a good job trying to stay in there.
Kayla Manchin to shoot 2. Misses. Rebound, that's Johnson. See what this call is. Mike Byrne will tell us. Looks like it's going to be on Havre de Grace. Yep.
Number 4.
Yeah, that's on Deshelle Johnson.
Deshelle Johnson.
But Johnson, that's just her first. But it will send to the line Kayla Manchin. Manchin shooting 1 and 1. Misses the first again. Sumter has the ball knocked out of bounds. It will go here to Havre de Grace. 4:14 left. It is a 4-point game now. The Warriors have come back. Well, they were down by 9, Carol. It looked like that the game was over.
Yeah, it looked like the game was pretty much over. Yeah, I've been real impressed.
Oh, what a great play. And a basket. That's by Kayla Manchin.
Got to protect the ball. If you're going to dribble, you got to protect the ball.
Don't get that midcourt line. It's like, again, another defender.
Yep. Yeah, there she goes. Yep. Against the sideline again.
It's a hard thing to do to keep your head up while you're dribbling, but that's what you eventually learn to do. Sumter driving, puts it up, good.
Oh my.
Kayla Sumter.
She's amazing, isn't she? She really is.
She's got 19 points now. Her team has 25. Oh, what a pass. And who is it? It's Sumter defensively.
Yep.
So she makes the basket, goes back and cuts off the point. 29-25, looking for the two-pointer, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Young, good job of knocking the ball away. She's a pest.
Yeah, she is a pest. She's everywhere.
I say that in the most sincere,
kindest way.
If you're on the opposing team. Stepping on that half-court line, and backcourt she goes. Lindsey Young, the 5'2" senior. Nice rebound by North Harford.
Yeah.
Led by Sousa. Mansion from the corner. Over the back.
Yeah.
Byer.
Got to be over the back.
For Byer, that's her fourth foul. Looks like it'll be a two-shot foul coming up for Havre de Grace. Timeout, North Harford.
And Byer down for 5. She's out.
Wow, it is 5 on Byer. I missed that one. So Byer now becomes the third player to be excused. 2 for Havre de Grace, now 1 for North Harford. Deshelle Johnson looking for her first point of the night.
Free throws will kill you.
Deshelle averages 9 points a game, and she has been shut out tonight. That's a key negative stat, if you will, for Havre de Grace.
Absolutely.
Makes the second. 29-26, back within 3. Timeout called by North Harford. Coach Fight Edmonds wants to talk to her team. She sees it slipping away from them, if you will. 29-26. Carol, we've had great games here recently. We had last Friday night, we did the North Harford-Falston game at North Harford, won by North Harford. The Cougars had a 6-game winning streak coming into that game. Talking boys basketball now. North Harford had won just 2 games all year. They won that game at North Harford.
Wow.
Falston had defeated Aberdeen, which is a tremendous feat for the Cougars, but North Harford played a great game. And then Joppatown the week before had defeated C. Milton Wright in a very, very great game. We have a privilege, we're televising this, you're seeing it on a Saturday night or a Monday night. We're taping it on a Thursday night, tomorrow night, Friday night. Are you confused yet?
Yeah, I think I'm very confused.
Tomorrow night, we're going to be in Edgewood, where Edgewood will play Aberdeen just every year. The great matchup between 2 great boys basketball teams. So we're looking forward to that.
That game is always a sellout. And it's always entertaining.
They have sold the tickets in advance. So if you wanted to see the game and don't have a ticket, well,
watch it on Harford Cable.
Thank you, Carol. Watch it on Harford Cable. We'll be glad to bring it to you. So here we go now. 3-point game with 2:40 left. Young gets away. No, she doesn't. Good job by Linwood Floyd. Looked like she wanted to pass, but held the ball, and Linwood Floyd says, nope. Ain't it gonna do it, as George H.W. Bush used to say. The foul is going to be called, I think, against North Harford's Kayla Mansion. Nope, they're going to call it against Havre de Grace.
Number 1.
That's her first foul as well. Lexi James's first foul. Not sure why they're not shooting that foul. Was it an offensive foul, perhaps? Oh, what a nice play by Mansion.
Yeah.
Going out of bounds, and she was able to leap and knock it off of Deshelle Johnson, and will stay with North Harford. Johnson almost able to take the ball away. It's Madison Nielsen in the ball game, number 4 for North Harford. I think it's the first time we've seen her tonight.
Oh.
Here's Young. Foul is going to be called. Autumn Sousa will go to the line. She'll shoot 2.
Number 4 was foul. Was the one called on.
And that's then Deshelle Johnson, her second. 2:11 left in the game. 3-point game is now still a 3-point game. But I think both of these teams, when they look at their stats and see how many free throws they missed, they call them free because they are free. They don't cost you anything. You just stand there 15 feet away from the basket and
pump them in.
Sounds
if
easy.
You can.
If you can. Had a coach, remember Archie Skibeck, who coached at Harford,
yes.
Harford Community College. The
yes.
late great Archie Skibeck, husband of Pat Skibeck, whom we worked with for many years. He had his players close their eyes. He would say that if you dribble the ball 2-3 times, you know it's 15 feet away, just your muscle memory, you shouldn't have to even see the basket. A little revolutionary, I thought, but but it did. What he wanted to teach was a rhythm. But you take
and the basket doesn't move.
It doesn't. It stands there. It's like putting, which is the bane of my existence, and in addition to other parts of my golf game. But
the hole never moves.
Never moves, and the ball sits still. And it says you paid $100 for that putter. All you got to do is put the ball in the hole.
That's right. Better you than me.
I love golf because it just drives me totally crazy. Horn blows. Let's see what the officials say. Conferring Mike Byrne and Linwood Floyd. Whatever it is, they have now straightened it out.
Yep, they are in agreement.
Making the basket. That's a big one for Sousa. She's got 6 points. Team up by 4. Coming up to the 2-minute mark left in the game. Oh, taken away. This could be the killer. Oh, good give and go. Good giving it up. Great play.
Very nice.
By Sousa.
Very unselfish play.
Sousa found Young. Young gets her 10th point of the night. Now it's a 6-point game. Sousa taken away. Bufano makes the basket. Allison Bufano. And that could be the ball game now with 1:34 left. It's an 8-point game. Young with a great defensive play. Battling for the basketball. It'll stay here with
Havre de Grace.
Havre de Grace. 1:19 left. They're down by 8. Sitting down is Lexi James, coming in as Shaniqua Oliver, number 13. Sumter. See what the call is going to be. Looks like they're going to call an offensive foul.
I call it on Sumter.
Against Sumter.
Probably was a good call.
I think so. Yeah, she tried to dribble through 2 players.
Yeah, she needed to pull that back out and reset.
With time running out, though, I think she just felt it was critical.
Mm-hmm.
Sousa now shooting 2.
Yeah, she knows she's got the best shot on the team, so.
Misses the first. $19 points for Kayla Sumter. 10 points for Lindsey Young for North Harford. They the 2 leading scorers for their respective teams. Rolls that second one in, does Autumn Sousa. Autumn, just a sophomore. . Driving one-hander, and that's good.
Beautiful.
That's
A little bit wild, but
Collins with 4. It's become a game of fouls as we come down the stretch here.
yeah.
That foul called on Caroline Cipher, her second. Lindsey Young to the line, shooting 2. She has 10. Makes the second. Impressed that Allison Buffano, number 23 for North Harford.
Oh, look good.
A little long. Rebound retained by Collins. Collins to shoot 3. No good. That rebound is by Sousa. Foul is going to be on Shaniqua Oliver. 49.3 seconds left. 36-28 as you see the score. Kayla Manchin will shoot 2.
Well, losing number 10, Havre Grace, when she fouled out, that was a big blow.
Very good call, Carol. Yeah, that seems to be from that point that things have gone a little bit south for Havre Grace. Manchin with her 3rd point of the night.
And they really don't have any height on the basket with her sitting on the bench.
Makes them both. She's now got 4. 10-point lead, the biggest lead of the night for North Harford. Foul is going to be against Kayla Manchin. She's now got 4. This game has slowed down to a crawl because of all the fouls.
Yeah.
Sydney Collins, sophomore. Sydney with 4 on the night. I was telling you about Allison Buffano. Works at homeless shelters, number 23 for North Harford. Just a sophomore. And that's impressive, a young person. We talk about the millennials, Carol, who...
Yeah.
Great play by Young, good pass. Well, Young just does it all. So unselfish. We talked about dribbling with your head up. Well, she certainly does that.
Yes, she's very aware of what's happening around her and what's happening down the court.
Sumter loses the basketball. A scrum at midcourt.
Yeah. North Harford gets the ball.
22.6 seconds left. This is going to go in the win column for North Harford. They're going to go to 2 and 3 in the Susquehanna.
And it's going to break the guys in the truck and Lee's heart. They're not going to have an overtime.
Lee was just settling in. Good pass, good basket.
Nice pass, nice basket.
Nielsen gets the 2. 12-point lead, 40-28. Collins with the long one-hander, no good. And that is the basketball game. Our final score, 40-28. The victory for North Harford, as again they win their 2nd game of the year. They're now 2 and 8, 2 and 3 in the conference. Meantime, Havre goes to 1 and 7 on the year. Carol, a good game played by both teams. It was close. You look at the final score, a 12-point game. It was not nearly that far apart.
Right, yeah, it really wasn't. As I say, when the young gal, when Havre Grace's big girl fouled out, number 10,
Smith,
that really hurt him. That really hurt him.
Yep.
Because they didn't have anybody, Delaney Smith, they didn't have anybody really big enough to manhandle the rebounds on either end.
Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back and talk to some of the stars of the game. We'll wrap the game up for you. Don't go away. We'll come right back in just a moment. Well, welcome back to Havre de Grace High School, where the North Harford Hawks have finished a win of 40-28 over their host, the Havre de Grace Warriors. I want to talk first of all to the young lady who scored 19 points tonight, Kayla Sumter, a sophomore. I'm amazed at how your game is so mature, you being so young. How can that be?
It just takes practice, like working out every week, trying to get better.
Now talk about your team. You're a young team. You're a team that doesn't have a lot of experience. It's tough to play night in and night out and not win a lot of games.
Well, we're just getting better as a team, learning each other's strengths and weaknesses and trying to correct those.
Kayla, I understand you're like a 4.1 student, so you're one of those student athletes in a true sense of the word. How do you balance that?
It just go to practice, make sure you get your work done, don't really slack on your work, and try and keep it up.
You're a fine young lady. What's your goal in life? What do you want to do eventually once you get out of high school?
I want to be an elementary school teacher.
Wow, that's wonderful. It's a great life. Hang with me and good luck to you the rest of the year. I know you're going to win some games.
Thank you.
I'm going to turn over and talk to my favorite player because I played point guard. You just did a great job, Lindsey Young, of making your teammates look good. Tell me about what you try to do.
I'm just not a selfish player. I just like to pass the ball rather than shoot.
How do you perfect the idea of dribbling the ball without watching it? Your head is up, you're watching for your players. How did you perfect that?
It's just a main point that our coach tells us every practice. So.
And your team this year, loaded with sophomores, but you and your partner here, we're going to talk to you in just a moment, are seniors. How does it feel to be a senior on a sophomore-laden team?
It's a lot of pressure. We have to carry the team and be role models.
We talk about a sophomore team. Well, you got next year and the year after, but you as a senior, this is it for you. So you've got to win this year or not at all. So, your goal this year is obviously to win the Susquehanna Division.
Yeah.
Tell me about your future plans. What do you want to do once you get out of high school?
I plan to go into the United States Air Force.
Going to be a pilot?
No, I want to be a military police
Whoa.
trainer.
Wow, I'm respecting you even more now. Wonderful. That's a great ambition. I want to talk to your partner also. Hang here, don't go anywhere. Natalie Byer, you are a rough rebounder. You must have had at least 15, 20 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, I guess.
How do you do it? Rebounding we talk about is timing, but it's also being aggressive. Tell me about that.
I definitely, in practice we're told a lot that we need to box out, step in front, get ourselves in there, and most of the time in my head I'm kind of thinking, all right, it's go time, I want this ball, and that's how I kind of drive myself to go get the ball.
Well, you did. Now, I understand you have to go home and write a 6-page essay tonight. We talk about student athletes. I mean, you ladies just keep up your, both being an athlete and being a student. How do you manage to do that?
It's just learning to balance things, going home, eating dinner, going right to work, and then doing it all day in and day out, giving your all in school and on the court and wherever you are.
Wonderful. How about your future plans? What do you see yourself doing?
I'm planning on studying pre-medicine at the University of Tampa and going into a field of surgery.
Wow, very good. I'm so impressed with all of you. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Very good. And congratulations, Kayla, on your play.
Thank you.
Well, there they go. Fine young ladies. Carol, let's bring you on here. Go ahead and do that 6-page essay now. Good night, everyone. Carol Barker, just being around these young people, not only are they great athletes, but just great human beings.
Yeah, they're all terrific gals. They really are. I just pray that they can, keep their focus and stay eligible. Sometimes that causes problems on some teams. I don't, hope that it doesn't happen to either one of these guys. And they can go from here. The younger guys will get better as the season progresses, I would think.
We have a teacher, a future teacher, a future Air Force, and also now a future wants to be a surgeon.
Wow.
That we just talked to. So, again, I think we're in good hands. What do you think, Carol?
Amen. Absolutely. Yeah, they're terrific kids.
Wonderful ball game tonight. We'll tell you about it. 40-28 the final score, much closer than that. Havre de Grace pulled within 2. The big scores of the night, first of all, Natalie Byer had 9 points, 11 for Lindsey Young, and the big score of the night, Kayla Sumter for Havre de Grace had 19. Carol, it was an interesting and exciting game. Two teams that are young. They have a long way to go, but they are improving.
Yeah, I think, and we talked about it in the game, too, that when Delaney Smith fouled out, that really hurt Havre de Grace because they lost their big person under the basket. So, it happens.
Yep. Impressed with Andy Lambert, the coach of Havre de Grace. He's brought his team a long way, and I'm sure he'll bring them along a lot further as well. Also, the coaches for North Harford fight. Her last name, it's escaping me now. I had this mental block. But anyhow, We'll get that to you later. Also doing a great job. Carol, thank you so much for tonight. It's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here.
40-28, our final score. The win by North Harford. They're now 2-3. They are 2-8 overall. Havre de Grace, the loss, they are 1-7. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Carol Barker, my partner, Don Morrison, thanks for tuning in. Again, our final score, the win by North Harford, 40-28 over Havre de Grace. Good night, everyone.